How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, officially back. I didn't trade today, but I'm officially back, and since I put out a video yesterday, I'm going to make it a habit of doing a daily breakdown. You guys let me know if you want me to do that, but I'm probably going to do it anyways, just to get me back into the rhythm of things. And honestly, it's helped me. It does help me when I sit here and just talk to myself and talk to you guys, and I want to say I really appreciate everybody that's commented. Yeah, and if you're new to the channel, thank you for clicking. This is going to be our journey together to pass some future prop firm challenges, and yeah, we're gonna fucking do this shit. So real quick on the strategy, it's super simple. We're taking price from midnight to 8:30. You're gonna mark out the high and the low of that time, and then you're basically looking for a market structure shift. You're waiting for that higher low to get broken, and then for a market structure shift to be formed. Going over today, so basically, let me just draw it out real quick. Something that looks like whatever happens during that time, right? You're gonna have the high, the low, and then you're gonna wait for that high or low to get broken, there to be a market structure shift, a pullback, and then TP. You're gonna grab your fib out, and measure market structure shift, and you're gonna enter in on the 61.8. So this is basically how it's going to look, and we're looking at the 5-minute time frame. Now, if you look at lower time frames, you will get more entries. Your win excuse me, your win rate might be less. I used to do it on the minute and realized that I was trading, it just didn't fit my schedule. I had to get into too many trades. The first trade, if it lost, then I would get in on the second market structure shift, and yada yada yada. I just went to a 5-minute chart just because it's more clear for myself, right? Let's get into today's trades. So looking at today's trades is 8:30. Yeah. So let's mark out our high and low. Let's talk about what happened. And actually, you know what? Before we get into today's trades, what I also do is I do look at the higher time frame. So I like to go down to the daily or the 4-hour and take a look at the market and mark out where I think price can potentially reach, right? And looking at this chart, we have obviously a market structure shift to the downside, and we're currently in a pullback, right? So what I saw was this daily fair value gap, this one right there. So going into today, I wanted to see that to get filled, right? So I'm bullish. In other words, like if I had even though I'm not going to stop from my strategy, but if I had a preference, I want the low to get taken out and for a buy setup to come in, right? So let's go back to the 5-minute chart. And let's play price out and see what happened today. So the high gets taken out. At this point in time, you're looking for this low. If it lets me click it, this low to be broken for a market structure shift, which we don't get. Oh, now we're looking for this low, which does happen. Let's see, bam. So at this point in time, you're taking your fib out. You're going top to bottom, right? Trying to see if you can get in on this trade for the pullback. Playing price forward. No pullback, and it takes out the low. So for my strategy, this gets scrapped, right? And now we're looking for a buy setup, which is originally what I wanted to begin with. If you take a look at this giant dump, we filled this gap, right? This is the weekend gap, like from Sunday to Friday, it gapped up. We filled it. So now we're looking for a buy opportunity. So we get a green candle. So now we want this low to get taken out and then a lower high to form. So unfortunately, we don't get the lower high, so this would not be valid for my setup. However, um, I do have another account that I take discretional trades, and this will probably be one of them. If I traded today, I would have more than likely gone in on this trade if it breaks up and then pulls back down. Pulled up. Let's see. Does it pull back down? It does. All right. Let's just measure this out for shits and giggles, right? So on my discretional account, this wouldn't count towards the challenge because I'm going to religiously stick to my rules on those 300K accounts and also on the other two, the two funded accounts that I have with Top Step. But just for shits and giggles, guys, shits and giggles, we're going to mark this out and see what happens. So what I do like is that the TP is honestly below all this buy side liquidity. Okay, we're tied into the trade. We get some drawdown. And price reacts and starts pushing up. Pulls back. And is that TP? That is TP. That's full TP. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then price dumps. Yeah, price dumps after that. So that's pretty much what the trade will look like for today. It would have been, honestly, if this was a lower high with like 3 or 4 candles, would have been great. That would have been a great entry, but it didn't play out that way. So, if you guys are sticking to the rules, you should have not had a trade today. However, I have been back testing ES, and ES did have a market structure shift, right? Took out all these highs, broke down. If you would have measured it out, you would have been in some drawdown, but overall, it hit take profit. Sure. So if you guys want to do your own back testing, I am going to sit there this week and update my sheet with copies of all the trades and everything else like I used to do. And I'll make that link available again. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the week. I am still looking for that fair value gap to get filled. So as you can see, price dumped and then just pulled right back up. So I'm pretty sure that maybe tonight we come into that fair value gap. Hopefully it'll be during New York session, so we get a nice sell set up and we can take it. Tomorrow there's news, red folder news. There's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of liquidity, a lot of volume. So stay safe out there. Use your stop losses and stick to your rules and stick to your strategy, guys. Anyways, I'm going to go. You guys have a good night.